I call you all welcome in this episode of the Digimon Conversation. I am Nostalgia925 and in this video I will gladly guide you through the Digimon world and explore all the different Digivolution forms. I will mainly focus on the anime and the manga, but I might refer to certain video games in order to spark your interest and give you a broad idea on the different possible Digivolution variations. The best way to start is by explaining the basis first before going further. Our focus is on those creatures known as Digimon. They are digital monsters, mysterious life forms that were discovered in the computer network in the year 1997. They are life forms inhabiting a parallel universe called the digital world, a world that spawned from Earth's telecommunication network. Digimon are essentially computer data, which enables them to download additional data to themselves, which makes them stronger. They can download data or they can collect data by observation, by battling, or by absorbing or incorporating pre-existing information. When gathering a sufficient amount of data, they can evolve into a stronger form. When a Digivolution occurs, the Digimon's body will be completely reformatted and reconfigured to actively make use of the new data. Usually the Digimon will have certain features that resemble its previous form, like a Greymon digivolving to a Metal Greymon. They have almost the same colors and the same features. However, a Digivolution is not a guarantee to make the Digimon resemble its previous form. Think of Gatomon, which is a cat-like creature. It will further digivolve into Angel Woman, which is an angel. Usually when a Digivolution occurs, the Digimon's consciousness should remain unchanged, at least when the Digivolution process happened the way it should. In this video you will see that a lot can happen before or during that process. If a Digimon does not absorb enough data needed to maintain the form, it will not be able to retain that form for long and revert to a lower level in a matter of time. Speaking of level, the main Digivolutionary stages are the following. It all begins inside of a Digi-Egg. Once the Digimon comes out, it will be known as Fresh or Baby 1, a form that will ask to be taken care of. The second form is the in-training form, also known as Baby 2. It is also a form that will ask to be taken care of. The difference is that the Digimon will grow specific anatomical features and will have the most basic means of offense. The third form is known as Rookie or Child. To tell you the truth, some of the Digimon at this level can already be extremely dangerous, and if being underestimated, one might get burned to death, poisoned to death, or one might simply be severely damaged. A Rookie Digimon is already mature in the sense that it becomes independent and can take good care of themselves. The next form is the Champion form, also known as the Adult form. There is a significant, even exponential increase in power when it comes to a Rookie becoming a Champion. Some Digimon might even get a significant increase in height. The Rookie Agumon is approximately 1 meter or 3.2 feet. Its champion form, Greymon, is approximately 15 to 20 meters or 49.2 to 65.6 feet, meaning that there is a volume increase of 1500 to 2000%. After the champion form, you have the ultimate level, also known as Perfect. When a champion evolves into the ultimate form, it is called Super Evolution. Except that there are more than one way to reach that level aside of the natural way. The first example would be the process known as Matrix Evolution. There is a possibility to make a Rookie level Digimon and a Champion level Digimon digivolve into their ultimate form by using a blue card. It is an algorithm that was used in Digimon Tamers to make the Digimon evolve. In Digimon Data Squad, there is also a method known as Perfect Evolution. It is a method used by the members of the Digital Accident Tactics Squad, an international organization dedicated to keeping the peace between the human and the digital world. Perfect Evolution, or in the English dub, Warp Digivolution, can be used to digivolve a Rookie to a Champion or straight to the ultimate form. In some way, it evokes a stronger version of the DNA of the particular Digimon. Once in the ultimate form, there is yet another exponential increase in power and techniques stocked in the Digimon's offensive and defensive arsenal. The height might increase, but can also decrease depending on the Digimon's collected data and way of digivolving. But in the end, in the Digimon world, height does not always matter. There are extremely powerful ultimate level Digimon. In fact, some are so powerful that you'd need a team of special equipped and trained army officers in order to take it down. And to be honest, that might not always be enough. To finish, there is the Mega level, also known as the Ultimate form. Please, this is not to be confused with the Ultimate level. We are talking about the Ultimate form. In explaining Biomon video, I mentioned a Digimon called Phoenixmon, which is a Mega level Digimon, known to be the ultimate form of Bird Digimon. When going from the ultimate level to the Mega level in a natural way, it is also called Mega Digivolution. In Digimon Tamers, in the dub version, there is a process called Biomerge Digivolution. It is a process that allows a Digimon Tamer and their respective Digimon partners to combine their powers by fusing. The Digimon will then jump from the Rookie level to the Mega level. An example is Matsuda Takoto that fused with Guilmon and became Gallantmon. To repeat, the main Digivolution stages starts inside the Digi-Egg, followed by the levels Fresh, In Training, Rookie, Champion, Ultimate, and Mega. When you leave a fresh Digimon on its own, it will naturally age, and over time it may digivolve using data from the environment. A fresh Digimon will digivolve rapidly into the in-training form. However, to go to the next forms, it will take progressively more time. That is why only a very limited number of Digimon naturally reach their final forms. When a Digimon bonds with a human, it might digivolve almost instantly by using a tool known as Digivice. It allows a human to share its energy to make the Digimon digivolve into a higher level. However, this action comes with a cost. For starters, it will demand a large amount of energy and cannot happen if a Digimon is weak, injured, or hungry. On top of that, because digivolving with a Digivice can be considered as an artificial way, the Digimon who digivolved will degenerate or de-digivolve to a lower form after a certain amount of time, or if sufficiently injured in battle. Gatomon in Season 1 is among the exceptions. It walked around with the other partner Digimon that were all at the Rookie level. Every time these Digimon would digivolve to their Champion, Ultimate, or Mega form, they would end up degenerating back to their Rookie form, while Gatomon's Digivolutions would revert back to the Champion form. Reason for that is because it was raised in the digital world without a human partner and evolved naturally. I think we might even say that Gatomon from Season 1 will never revert back to the Rookie form. Maybe two little side notes. When you consider the fact that the digital world is a dimension connected to the internet, you have to know that this ground universe can and will expand as the internet is also growing every day. This brought forth different life forms like the APPMON. In this video we are not going to focus on them, but for your information, the APPMON is short for Apply Monsters. They are also digital life forms similar to Digimon but related to smartphone apps. Aside of the fact that they can also absorb data, they work differently than Digimon. They are even graded differently. The four current grades are Standard, also known as Nami, the grade Super, also known as Shu, the grade Ultimate, also known as Kiwami, and God, also known as Kami. To give you an example of an APPMON at the Standard grade would be Hackmon. An APPMON at the grade Super would be Mediamon. An example of an APPMON at the Ultimate level would be Revivemon. And to finish, an example of an APPMON at the God level would be Hadesmon. You don't have to worry, in future videos we will also explore the APPMON thoroughly as they are also connected to Digimon. Second side note, in the digital world, a very specific and select amount of Digimon are known as hybrids. It is another artificial stage that can be reached by using the legendary spirits. We are talking about the spirits of the ancient 10 legendary warriors, a group of mega-level Digimon existing in the distant past, possessing ultimate strength. The group fought to save the ancient digital world from Lucimon. It was a battle with many casualties, and after the battle, each of the warriors passed their abilities to various Digimon types, and they also passed their might to the 32 variable attribute Digimon who inherited their spirits and title. But in some way, the ancient legendary warriors, despite already being gone, have chosen their heirs. They have chosen the 10 modern legendary warriors that will continue their legacy. And these 10 modern legendary warriors are also graded differently. Those chosen Digimon start at the level Hybrid. It is hard to pin down their powers, but it's usually higher than the Rookie level. They are followed by the human form level. They gain excellent agility and stability but have weaknesses. The human being inside of those Digimon still exerts great influence in this form. Anyway, the human form, also known as human hybrid, is at the same class as a champion when it comes to power. The third grade is beast form, also known as beast hybrid. It is a form that releases the power of a proud animal that could surpass the average ultimate in power. The problem is that it does not possess self-control because of how fierce it is. That is why it can eventually become wild, and thus probably failing on the mission given by the ancient 10 legendary warriors. The fourth grade is known as Fusion Hybrid or Fusion Form. It is a form only attainable when the human and the beast form bring their bodies into harmony. It is the most powerful form because it combines the wisdom of humans and the life force of Digimon. They are the same class in power as the Mega level Digimon. There is, however, a last form, which is known as Unified Hybrid, also known as Transcendent Form, a form that requires a specific matrix of half of the existing spirits. Only 2 Digimon have reached it, Kaiser Greymon and Magna Garurumon. We will explore all these hybrid Digimon in other specific videos. And we will also discuss the different Digivolution of hybrid Digimon in another video, considering it is also a different process. But to repeat, the levels are Hybrid, followed by the Human Form level, also known as Human Hybrid. The third level is Beast Form, also known as Beast Hybrid. The fourth grade is known as Fusion Hybrid or Fusion Form. And to finish, you have the Unified Hybrid, also known as Transcendent Form. Now that the different Digimon forms are clear, we can start with the different Digivolution forms. In the ancient digital world, it was an extreme challenge to digivolve. It was of course a bit easier to jump from the in-training to the rookie form, but to go to the champion form, it was very difficult. Considering that the champion forms are very powerful, we can safely assume that the rookie levels had to find means to assure their survival. And in the ancient digital world, some Digimon used the power of the Digi-Eggs, a rare and ancient item used to become progressively more powerful. The Armor Digimon's power is similar to that of a champion's. It won't necessarily make them stronger or weaker, it will mainly give them more chances of surviving an encounter by giving the user a power boost in a specific domain depending on the eggs. When we consider the games and all the media, there are about 15 eggs in existence. I would say that if there is an egg that will require further research, it would be the Egg of Miracles. It grants the user miraculous power, and the question is whether those miraculous powers actually reach the level of Mega, considering Magnamon's presence within the Royal Knights. And in case you guys are new, I discussed many Armor Digivolution on this channel. I invite you all to the Digimon playlist where you can find all these videos. There are other special Digivolution types that deserve to be analyzed. Let us start with the Dark Digivolution. It is a corrupt form of regular Digivolution, usually resulting in a corrupted evil Digimon. The best example would be Digimon tamer Taichi Kamiya, also known as Tai, in Digimon Season 1. He pressured his partner Digimon Greymon to digivolve. The problem is that when someone coerces a Digimon to digivolve forcefully, the Digimon that will emerge will become evil and will perceive nothing but its urges to destroy and cause havoc, hence making it very dangerous even for the respective Digimon's tamer. To be brief, a dark Digivolution will high probably occur when a Digimon is put into pressure, mistreated, and also when a Digimon goes under an immense amount of stress, for example after losing a loved one. A unique example would be Guilmon. The Digimon has what is known as a digital hazard symbol on its chest. The symbol means that the Digimon has the potential to be highly destructive and if corrupted, could threaten the very existence of both the digital and the human world. Every Digimon has different ways of experiencing stress and pressure. A Guilmon being put under pressure will high likely result in a Digivolution as terrible, if not worse, than Skull Greymon. 2 or more Digimon can also fuse into a single Digimon in a method of Digivolution known as DNA Digivolution. But there is a distinction to be made of these 2 methods. There is one known as Jogress Evolution, and Jogress is a combination of joint and progress. The one Digimon that will manifest after the others fused will have a higher rank than those fusing. A good example would be Stingmon and Xvmon. Both are champions, and once they fuse and become Paildramon, it becomes an ultimate level Digimon. The other fusion variant is called Fusion Evolution. It is the same as Jogress Evolution, except that the resulting Digimon remains the same level as its components. Pay attention, in most cases, if not all cases, they are way stronger than the Digimon making the components. Fusion Evolution usually applies to Digimon formed from the combination of Mega Digimon. There's also a certain process known as Warp DNA Digivolution. It allows 2 Digimon to go straight from lower rookie levels to a higher level, usually Mega level, that is normally a result of DNA Digivolution. In Digimon Data Squad, a digital researcher called Akihiro Kurata created a Digimon called Gizumon, a species of artificial Digimon created as a mindless servant. Certainly a very interesting Digimon. With the use of an artificial DNA, Gizumon can pseudo-evolve into Gizumon AT, which is a champion level Digimon. Gizumon AT can also further pseudo-evolve into Gizumon XT, which is an ultimate level Digimon. Still in Digimon Data Squad, there is a Digivolution method called Bio-Hybrid Digivolution. It enabled humans to become a Digimon based on 3 armor Digimon. 3 humans were able to become their first Digimon forms, and as a result, they were far more powerful than the regular armor types. Bio-Hybrid Digivolution is a type of Digivolution that is caused by injecting a Digimon's scattered data inside a Gizumon into a human body, so that the data can merge into a human's DNA. Once the DNA is released, the Digimon form can take over the human body and merge both the powers of a human and a Digimon. I guess it is somewhat of a way of weaponizing Digimon powers for different purposes. But you have to see this method as the first step, as there is another method called Hyper Bio Extra Evolution. The same scientist, Akihiro Kurata, re-injected more powerful Digimon data into humans using data gathered from Gizumon AT and Gizumon XT. The problem is that if the human body cannot contain the Digimon data, they will be killed in the process. When a Digimon is introduced to a vaccine called the X antibody, they will undergo certain changes. The X antibody will merge into their Digicore, giving the Digimon immunity to the X program, a program meant to eliminate 98% of the Digimon population. Usually, a Digimon becomes more powerful than their previous non-X antibody counterparts, and their names will also end with the letter X. There is also a certain Digivolution called Death X Evolution, which is a form of X evolution activated when a Digimon dies. I talked about it in the Explaining Dorugamon video. Togemon can also become a Punchamon as a result of unnatural death. However, it is not a guarantee that the Digimon will go through a Death X evolution. Now to finish, I'd like to explain a Digivolution which is unique to perhaps my favorite Digimon game, Digimon World 3. There is a Digivolution method called Blast Digivolution. The player's Digimon has a Blast Gauge that fills by taking damage from the enemy or by using certain items. Once it is filled, the Digimon will digivolve into a new Digimon based on its current level for several turns. The Digimon will be fully healed and have access to its personal finisher, which normally is only attainable after reaching a specific level. Hey guys, this is the end of the video, kinda considering it will have different parts, but I hope you enjoyed this one at least. I'd like to point out that I am certain that I missed some, if not many, and I can also say with certainty that I excluded certain methods like the Spirit Evolution, but that's because I will be talking about the Hybrid Digimon and the APPMON in a separate video, considering that their Digivolution methods are really different compared to the Digimon we all know. But feel free to add those missing Digivolution methods in the comment section. If you guys haven't subscribed already, please do so. In this channel I will discuss as much about Digimon as I can. I want to show the world the beauty of this franchise by analyzing element per element. This series really deserves more attention. Also, if you guys are new, I began this new series called Mythological Conversation. I take a Digimon and the mythological creature that inspired the making of said Digimon, and I study it thoroughly in order to get a better image and also to show you all how big and how culturally diverse Digimon is. That playlist is always updated, that way you can catch up on newer and older videos. And on top of that, if you want more Digimon videos, you can also simply go to the Digimon playlist. The playlist is always updated for newcomers or for those that simply want to look back at some videos.